Hello again, everybody. Today is day 14. I'm going to figure out how to do this with just two hands eventually. But 14th day of December, this is officially the 2-week mark, which is pretty freaking cool. I wasn't sure exactly how this is going to be. Thus far, it hasn't been too bad for me. Um, I've been able to do some fun stuff, and I've been able to do some serious stuff, and you guys have been really, really great. Um, I wanted to make a little bit of a comment about my last video. Thus far, I've received quite a few different responses about that specific video, and it's really been amazing, to be perfectly honest. You guys are seriously some of the most amazing people I've ever had the ability to get to know and get to interact with. And people have done everything from making suggestions of people I can contact for work. I've had people just giving me words of encouragement, some advice about what I can do about some of the situations I'm in, and you guys have all been just absolutely fantastic. So today I am 100% going to steal an idea from Blair because what he did was so amazingly awesome that I wanted to follow suit. I told you guys, things are going to be a little bit more up for a little bit because I've been kind of a downer for a little while, and that's what today's going to be. And I don't think it can get any more up than thanking everybody that has been so amazing. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to thank all of the people that have subscribed to my personal channel. Right now I've got 25 subscribers, but it looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. It looks like 6 of them don't have their subscriptions publicly shown. So I will thank by name the 19 of them that I actually do know who they are, and you 6 that are more private about your subscriptions. Thank you immensely for helping to support me, for watching my videos, for commenting when you want to, for just being all around awesome people. So to start at the top of my list, whatever it is, I'm going to start with the mighty Jerd, Jeff. Thank you immensely, not only for subscribing, but for generally being an awesome person. I've had quite a bit of time to get to know you through the Geek and Sundry vlogger search. You and I have discussed things through the Geek and Sundry forums. You're an amazing, amazing person, and I'm really happy that you decided to subscribe. Next up is the Fiendish Imp. Another person that I've gotten to know through Geek and Sundry. You're going to notice a theme running through this, that a very large portion of my new found subscriber base and most of my new friends are all from the Geek and Sundry forums, because it is the most magical, most wonderful, welcoming place, and it's been fantastic. So the Fiendish Imp, again, thank you. Thank you so much for being an awesome person. You post and comment on my stuff. You've been an amazing, amazing person, and I thank you. Next person up is the person that I 100% plagiarized this from, Blair. Blair, you are awesome, dude. First of all, I'm learning a lot about Canada that I had no idea about. I was one of the people that assumed most Canadians all spoke in that, oh yeah, eh? Accent, and you have enlightened me and let me know more about this amazing country just barely to the north of me. I live in the northern U.S. I live in Wisconsin, so yeah, you guys are just north of me. So again, I thank you, good sir. The next person, I'm actually not familiar with this person specifically. I don't know if it's just that we haven't spoken or my memory is unbelievably horribly bad. But Kenneth Godfrey, you're one of my subscribers. I love your picture. It's this Yu-Gi-Oh kind of, I guess, collage type thing, but it looks really, really awesome. I used to play YouTube my God. I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Many years ago against my brother, and had a blast doing it. So we have something in common, obviously. So I thank you, good sir. Next up is one of the people that joined me when I was still with TDX, and it was one of the people that I got to help kind of develop her show and learn a lot of things from her, and that is Holliston Logan. Holliston, you're an amazing person. You did some fantastic, amazing things with This Week in Geek. I was very sad to see you leave, and I hope that you and I can work together again. Maybe on the All for Geek Alliance, maybe we'll just do some collabs eventually, but you're an awesome, amazing person, and I thank you for subscribing. Next one is a geek in the community. He and I actually met through Don Diego's Cocktails Hangout, and I was basically blown away by the guy. He's such a cool guy. We had a lot of fun just kind of, chewing the fat after the hangout was over, and it was just really fun. I think it was me and now it's slipping my mind the other person. It might have been Brian. That we were all just kind of chilling for a couple of hours after the hangout ended, and it was really fun. So I thank you, good sir. The next one up there is a gentleman by the name of Gary Hall. For those of you that are starting to go, that name sounds familiar. Gary Hall is my father. I've known him since I was born. He was there when I was born. And he was one of the people that made me the man that I am today. He taught me what honor is. He helped me to be able to really dig my own, blaze my own trail and really figure out what it was that I wanted to be, as opposed to, what other people wanted me or what I thought other people wanted me to be. He and I have had good times. He and I have had bad times. He and I stopped talking for a little while. Now I try and talk to him at least once a day. So, Dad, thank you immensely for subscribing. Next person up, probably the person that I got to know the best out of all the other Geek and Sundry Vlogger Search, all the other new vlogger armies, is our unofficial new vlogger army leader, and that is Jens Ranken. Which I may have just pronounced that right because it's kind of late and I've had a really bad day. But Jens, you're an amazing person. Since getting to know you, since starting TDX with you, since leaving at the same time, and since having you help me to start the All for Geek Alliance, you have sincerely affected me in a very positive manner. You have helped me to improve myself. You've helped me to learn how to communicate more effectively, and throwing all that aside, you are one of the people I go to when I'm having issues and I need someone to be able to give me a clear understanding of what's going on and kind of a third impartial opinion. Probably the person that I am now closest to that lives furthest away, in a kind of weird thing. I thank you immensely for subscribing. Next up is Elias Thompson. Elias and I, another trend you'll see is a few of these people I met through Don Diego's Hangouts, Cocktails. And Elias, me, and Ben the Bear were on the same Hangout where the most hilarious conversation I have ever had involving old Nintendo titles and porn stars, just ever. If you guys haven't seen it, you'll have to go back through the Cocktails and watch the one where it was me, Bear, Elias, and Don, I think was all of us, and it was seriously the best experience I've ever had. So, Elias, we need to hang out again, and thank you immensely for subscribing. Next one up is another person that I'm not 100% sure how I know you, if I know you all that well, but the name is Wingnut323, and you have a very cool picture for your profile picture. of a dude with like a big kind of like box over his head. I've checked out your channel a little bit. It's kind of cool. No videos or anything like that, but you and I seem to have very similar tastes in subscriptions and things like that. So keep being an amazing person, and thank you immensely for subscribing. Next one, probably the I think this is I think it's fair to say this, probably one of the most famous of my subscribers, and one of the coolest guys that I got to meet during the very early part of the vlogger search is Scott. Scott Tumilty. I don't know if I'm butchering your name, Scott, but you're an amazing, wonderful, courageous human being. I watch every single vlog that you do. I watch your personal channel. You are fantastic. We met through one of the first Geekend Hangouts, I think, where it was just anyone and everyone that was in this vlogger search. We all got together, had these massive, 10 people hangouts, and it was absolutely a wonderful experience. And since then, I watch your Garlic Bread Mondays stuff. You are such an amazing, fun person to watch, and I thank you immensely for subscribing to me. Next up, another one of the amazing people that I met through the Geek and Sundry vlogger search is Steve Martin. Not that Steve Martin, the much cooler one that I actually know. Steve and I were both, again, for the Geek and Sundry vlogger search. I think, and this is going back quite a few months, and my brain's not working that well. I think we were on at least 1 or 2 hangouts together before. There were the Geekend Hangouts with Jens. Really, really a cool guy. We also bonded, if I remember correctly, we also bonded because we both made Superman songs for Amy Dallin, whom I have a huge, huge, huge internet crush on, and one day will meet this girl and hopefully not, come off as a complete and utter crazy stalker guy. But anyway, so yeah, Steve and I both made songs for Amy Dallin because she asked us to. So keep making amazing music and being an amazing person, Steve, and I thank you immensely for subscribing. Next up is one of my closest friends that actually lives close enough for me to physically see. Her name's Kayla. I've known her since high school. She and I have been through some really, really tough times. We've been through some rather amazing times. And she is one of the most amazing people I've ever met. She's been there for me through a few times that I've just needed someone. I've been there for her through some very dark times as well. We've bonded through sorrow. We've bonded through joy. And there's probably no one else I know in a physical sense, as in, close enough that I can actually see and touch, that I would rather spend any amount of time with. So Kayla, thank you immensely for subscribing. The next one, his username is DrachnusX. He also happens to be related to me. That's my little brother. We fight like cats and dogs sometimes. We're very loyal to each other. And yeah, I've known him since 1990 when he was born. So yeah, really awesome guy. Thank you immensely for subscribing. Next up is Kferg. I believe he's also Blurred, the Black Nerd, and another person that we met through Geek and Sundry vlogger search. Just because, again, my memory is really, really bad, I'm actually not sure if he and I have had the chance to actually communicate one-on-one, but I've watched a lot of his vlogs and things like that. Very, very cool guy. So thank you immensely for subscribing. Next up is one of the people that I've met more recently. I met him actually through the Geekend Hangouts. We were both on a Star Trek hangout, and now he's joining the All for Geek Alliance family. His name on here is Winbear. but his name's Tommy, and he's an amazing, wonderful person. He was he was kind enough to just show me so much kindness and just through everything that's been going on. And his new show is going to be really, really awesome. I can't wait for you guys to see it in January. So, Winbear, Tommy, thank you immensely for subscribing. The next one I met through the Geek and Sundry forums. His name is Daniel Wallace. He's from Germany, and he and I met because I've been doing on the All for Geek Alliance, I've been doing a series on how to be a dungeon master, specifically in 4th edition Dungeons and Dragons, but a lot of the things were fairly universal. And Daniel has probably been one of my largest critics. He and I will have wall of text debates about what he thinks is the proper way for a dungeon master to run things and what I think is the proper way for it to do. I think we both have a very much mutual respect. I know I respect him unbelievably, and I love hearing his ideas about how to be a dungeon master or a game master, mostly because he and I have two very different approaches for it, and I've learned a ton from him. So, Daniel, thank you very much for subscribing. Next one up is Kristen Brumley. Kristen is a LARPer. She's an amazing, wonderful person. She was on the all-girl hangout version of Cocktails and was unbelievably entertaining to watch. She does a LARPing vlog for, and now I can't remember what it is, but she has a LARPing vlog with a LARPing website that I will try and remember later. It's very late. I'm sorry, Kristen, but you're a wonderful person. Again, we met through the Geek and Sundry vlogger search, and it's been amazing and fantastic to see you kind of grow and change. And then the final person that actually lists themselves is Sarah. Sarah is also known as the Big Damn TV Geek. She does a show for the Daily Elixir called the Big Damn TV Geek. When I was at the Daily Elixir, it was actually my job to make the show offers to most of the people that we did. Sarah was the first person to say yes to me. She and I worked together for quite a few months on Daily Elixir. She is an amazing, wonderful person. I love reading all of her Twitter feed just because she always has something to say about whatever the new shows are. And 9 times out of 10, if I've run out of things to watch, all I have to do is go to her Twitter feed and I'll find another thing on there that's just really awesome. Sarah, I'm still trying to get into Orange is the New Black. I just haven't been able to do it yet, but that's my next thing, and that was a bowl. So, Sarah, thank you immensely for subscribing. And then again, there are 6 of you that wish to remain nameless, and that's 100% fantastic. I'm really, really happy that you guys were able to subscribe, that whatever I'm doing you're really enjoying for whatever reason, and I hope that you guys continue to watch and continue to give me feedback and things like that so I can continue to improve. So yeah, that's it for me today. To give you guys an update, this is going to be something that I'm going to try for a little bit, just because, again, you guys have been supporting me very, very well with just a lot of kind words and suggestions and things like that. So I'm going to basically, till the end of the month, because that's when all the money's due, I'm going to keep giving you guys updates on how I'm doing as far as getting to that $900 goal that I need to still have an apartment in a month and, still have phone service and, stupid things like that. Right now, it's been an entire day. I have made exactly $0. So I'm still technically in the same boat, but I've gotten a lot of suggestions. I've put out a lot of applications for work and things like that. So hopefully that's going to be going a little bit further. So right now it's here, but it's going up, and you guys are definitely helping me. So again, thank you so much, everybody. You have all been amazing. You have all helped me become what I am today. 25 subscribers is not a lot of people, but to me, That's insane. That's fantastic. That's 25 people that felt that what I had to say was valid enough to hit a little button that makes them get annoyed every time I put up something new. So you guys are all awesome. Thank you so much for subscribing and, you know, letting me be able to interact with you and get to know all of you guys. That's all for me today, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.